Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the MetroWest High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the USA Today Network. Presented by DCU Digital Federal Credit Union.
It was the little red door that did it. Something about it just said home. Not one door among a dozen like at my old apartment, but my own door. A door that leads to a yard where my dog can play, and a mailbox that says my name. For the very first time in my life, my mortgage from DCU means a place to call my own. What will DCU mean to you?
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Let's go. My name is Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight, we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it. I
think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this would be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby LeBar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? The awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today. the records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So, whether or not you win tonight, just know you've already proven to be a top athlete. So congratulations, this red carpet is all for you.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Ava Yablonsky of Dover Sherborne High School.
At this point, it's no surprise, but this Dover Sherborne junior, Ava Yablonsky, was named the Tri-Valley League Girls Swimmer of the Year, an accolade she received for a 3rd straight year. Yablonsky was undefeated in all competition this season as she broke her own school record in the 200-yard freestyle and set a 400-yard freestyle relay record as well. Yablonsky will swim at Division I University of Minnesota.
Congratulations, Ava. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Jiming Shu of Wayland High School.
As versatile as they come in the pool, this Wayland High senior, Jiming Shu, already had over 1,000 career points before wrapping up his high school career during this shortened COVID-19 campaign. A record holder for the 100 breaststroke and the Dual County League Championship meet, Shu held the fastest time in the state for the event this year and is up for All-American consideration. A 3-time Daily News All-Star and 3-time Division II Team State Champion, Shu will swim at Amherst College.
Congratulations, Jiming.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
4-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the Golf Awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true, but there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you've got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are
And the MetroWest Female Golfer of the Year is Julia Imai of Brookline High School. Just a freshman, Julia Imai averaged a score of 36 per 9 holes this season and went undefeated in her matches to lead Brookline as its #1 player. After winning the IMG Academy Junior World Sectional Qualifier in May, Imai qualified for the IMG World Championship, which will be held at Torrey Pines Golf Course in La Jolla, California, home of this year's Men's U.S. Open.
Congratulations on a great golf season. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are And the MetroWest Male Golf of the Year is Weston Jones of Lincoln-Sunbury Regional High School.
A Division I individual state champion as a junior in 2019, Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School's Wes Jones capped off his career with a stellar senior season. Jones was back in the conversation as the best player in the state and made an appearance at the high school golf championship at Shaker Hills. Jones will play Division I golf for Rutgers University.
Congratulations, Weston.
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are two that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh Jennings.
Carrie Walsh Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Traynor won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. Here are your honorees for the Female Volleyball Player of the Year. And the finalists are And the MetroWest Female Volleyball Player of the Year is Ali Bonet-Emard.
Instrumental in her team winning a Hockomock League Cup, the only playoff-like atmosphere during a weird fall two-wedge season, Ali Bonet-Emard shined as an outside hitter for Franklin. Bonet-Emard helped her team finish their season with a 12-1 record while winning a league title for a 3rd straight year.
Congratulations, Ali. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Volleyball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Volleyball Player of the Year is
Philippe Guerra transferred back to his hometown school his sophomore year, but couldn't play volleyball as a junior due to COVID-19. So this spring, Guerra made the most of his first and final opportunity with the Scarlet Hawks. A senior captain, Guerra led his team in kills and was the best player on the court for each match, according to Milford coach Andrew Maynini.
Congratulations to all the high school sports award winners.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1 claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here. To tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school. Because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning. But anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the winner is
At the forefront of her team's flight to its first ever Division III Central Championship in 2019 was this talented left-handed tennis player, Kirsten Haley. And despite not having a 2020 season due to COVID-19, this Advanced Math and Science Academy senior knocked off the rust in a big way this spring. She will play tennis at Bradley University and study engineering. Congratulations, Kirsten!
Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the winner is
After winning an individual state title and earning Daily News All-Star honors as a freshman, Harry Collum continues to do it all on the court for the Raiders this spring. Despite losing his sophomore season to COVID-19 cancellations, Collum continued right where he left off in 2019. The left-handed junior went 6-2 in his regular season matches, losing to the same talented opponent twice. Congratulations, Harry!
Congratulations and kudos to all of the high school sports awards honorees. I love hearing about the future stars of tennis.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra-marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross-country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnassus here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships, and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross-country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross-Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Kate Connolly of Natick High School.
Natick High School's Kate Connolly, a senior captain, was undefeated in the fall and named the Bay State Conference MVP for the 2nd straight year. Connolly helped lead Natick to an undefeated regular season and a Bay State Conference title. The Boston College-bound runner also finished 3rd at the MSTCA Cup. In addition to running cross-country, Connolly also does both indoor and outdoor track and field.
Congratulations, Kate. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross-Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Drew Donahue of Wellesley High School.
Wellesley High School senior Drew Donahue won the Bay State Conference Championship and finished 2nd at the MSTCA Cup. Donahue also finished this season undefeated and came in 2nd at the Kelly Invitational. His coach, Colin Corky, calls Donahue's season stellar and says that he took advantage of the opportunity to show the Bay State just how good he has become.
Congratulations, Drew.
Desmond, follow me here.
Okay.
The 4 Horsemen.
Murderers Row.
The Steel Curtain.
Broad Street Bullies.
Oh, good one. Phi Slamma Jamma.
The Splash Brothers.
You did good at that game. Certain groups of athletes stand the test of time, not just for what they did, but for how they did it.
Yes, and to present our award in gymnastics, we're honored to have with us a member of another iconic ensemble from that golden quintet of the Rio Olympics. Here's Laurie Hernandez.
Laurie Hernandez, a member of U.S. Women's legendary Final 5 gymnastics team, helped bring home team gold and earned a silver medal for herself at the last Summer Olympics. The Jersey girl is back, competing again on the world stage, and as many know, she also took Dancing with the Stars by storm, finishing as the season 23 champion.
Hey, what's up guys? Laurie Hernandez here, and I am honored to give some love to gymnasts from coast to coast. This is an Olympic year, so our sport gets some time to shine in prime time. Don't get me wrong, that's a great thing and all, but for you guys, it doesn't matter what year it is. You're in the gym, putting in all the hours on the floor, beam, bars, horse, vault, and the rings, because you all know that perfect routine is out there. And if you love that chase of perfection, then you'll definitely have mad skills in whatever career path you choose. You hear people say, leave it out all on the floor. Well, I'm here to tell you that even if you get a perfect 10, a lot of what you learned in gymnastics comes with you off the mat and into the real world. So congratulations on a great year, and let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Gymnast of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Gymnast of the Year is Emma White of Franklin High School.
In her first year competing for Franklin, this junior made all the difference in the Panthers' undefeated season. Emma White turned in top performances on vault, beam, floor, and a perfect 10 on uneven bars. She was named a league all-star at the end of her first high school season. Her coach called her a great addition to the Franklin program.
Congratulations, Emma.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game. Some listen to the same music. Some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
In any case, we want to hear from some of the greats. Let's see what they've done to lock in the wins.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pregame ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather, like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
And what about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock and the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken. And legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Kate Connolly of Natick High School.
One of the kindest people off the track, this Natick High senior, Kate Connolly, flips the switch once the starting gun goes off. A 3-season runner, Connolly has racked up a whole slew of accolades as an All-American, divisional champion, and Bay State Conference champion. Connolly, who also competes in the 1,000-meter, 2-mile, and distance relays, will run at Boston College.
Congratulations, Kate. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Ethan Champlin of Hopkinton High School.
As explosive as they come, this Hopkinton High senior, Ethan Champlin, blazed past the competition in the 55-meter dash and outleapt competitors in the high jump this indoor season. Named the Tri-Valley League MVP, Champlin ran a 6.64 in the 55 while jumping 6 foot 3 inches in the high jump to lead the Hillers. A two-time TVL All-Star, Champlin will run and jump for the UMass Amherst track and field team and study business in the Eisenberg School of Management.
Congratulations, Ethan.
Hey guys, Marty St. Louis here. Stick around. Up next, awards in hockey.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything? All right, it's time to celebrate those who use a dirty dangle with some tasty sauce to light the lamp. Those guys and gals who put the biscuit in the basket and occasionally chirp their way to the sin bin. The ones who go top shelf on their way to epic sellies. We are talking about the coolest athletes on earth. And here to help some talented hockey players raise our version of the cup, we have Hall of Famer Martin St. Louis.
Martin St. Louis, a 5'8" native of Canada, defied limitations and battled his way to an amazing career. The first ballot Hall of Famer collected a Hart Trophy as league MVP, a Stanley Cup, and an Olympic gold medal. His number 26 was the first jersey retired by the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hey guys, it's Marty St. Louis. I can't tell you how honored I am to be part of these high school sports awards because you guys do everything for the love of the game. There's not a lot of glamour in 4 a.m. practices. No one is signing an endorsement deal in the back of a car of stinky equipment. So the fact that you all do that tough stuff day in and day out and season after season, it's a testament to your passion for the game of hockey. You all have my utmost respect and admiration. Well, not all of you, because there are a couple who still haven't unpacked those stinky bags from their last game. You know who you are. Come on, guys. Cut your parents a break. Neighbors are starting to complain about the smell. As for the rest of you, great job. I can tell you firsthand that heart and will can take you anywhere. Here are your honorees for the Female Hockey Player of the Year. And here are your finalists. And the MetroWest Female Hockey Player of the Year is Karen O'Connell of Algonquin Regional High School.
This three-sport captain also is a 3-time Daily News All-Star. Karen O'Connell leaves as the program's all-time leading goal scorer with 97 goals and 129 points. This season, she scored 18 goals in 12 games. She'll play ice hockey at Division I Sacred Heart University, where she plans to study business.
Great job, Karen. Now for the guys, here are your honorees for the Male Hockey Player of the Year. And here are your finalists. And the MetroWest Male Hockey Player of the Year is Jacob Noyes of Lincoln-Sudbury Regional High School.
The Dual County League MVP made the most of his 9 games, netting 21 goals and 12 assists. This senior and returning Daily News All-Star ends his 4-year varsity career with 94 points and is a 2-time DCL All-Star. With the help of Jacob Noyes, LS lost just 4 times over the past 2 seasons.
Congratulations, Jacob.
All right, fun fact time here. Okay. Desmond, did you know that the origins of field hockey predate those of its chillier cousin ice hockey by several thousand years?
I did not, Laura. But did you know that Amanda Magadan is an incredibly talented, decorated midfielder for Team USA? Huh. And she's here to present our Field Hockey Awards.
Amanda Magadan, the 26-year-old midfielder from New Jersey, embodies speed and endurance. She's represented the U.S. since 2016 and has already collected 80 international caps to date.
Hey everybody, Amanda Magadan here to present the Field Hockey Awards. I don't know about you girls, but one of my favorite things about our sport is watching someone experience it for the first time. You can always see them on the sidelines and in the stands. You can tell it's their first game because their eyes look like this, and they can't believe what they're seeing. They usually come in thinking, oh, it's just some girls in skirts having a bit of a run while knocking a ball about. Then they see with their own eyes how hard we swing the sticks, the velocity of the ball, and how little protection gear we wear. They see how fast and far we run, and run, and run. And you'll usually see them grab their lower back with sympathy pain just watching how much time we spend standing up and getting low during a game. And by the end of the game, their expression has totally changed. They have a much greater appreciation for what we do. And that's my favorite thing. My second favorite thing is handing out awards to you guys. So let's do that. Here are your honorees for the Field Hockey Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Field Hockey Player of the Year is Amanda Lewandowski of Franklin High School.
Not many in the state were better this fall than Franklin High School senior captain Amanda Lewandowski. The forward had a league-leading 28 points on her way to earning league MVP honors. A 4-year varsity player, Lewandowski finished her career with 84 points. Lewandowski will play field hockey at St. Anselm College.
Congratulations, Amanda.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer awards.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are And the MetroWest Female Soccer Player of the Year is Mary Kate Ward of Holliston High School.
Mary Kate Ward is a big reason as to why Holliston has gone unbeaten in 32 games over the past 2 seasons. This season, she posted 6 shutouts in goal and allowed just 4 goals all season as the team finished 7-0-3. The senior was named Tri-Valley League MVP and an All-New England, All-State, Eastern Mass, and TVL All-Star. Ward will play soccer at UConn.
Congratulations, Mary Kate. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Soccer Player of the Year is Leo Coelho of Milford High School.
Leo Coelho's coach calls him the best player in Massachusetts. It was hard to argue that this season as Coelho scored 11 goals and added 13 assists. The senior was named league MVP. He finished his career with a school record 50 points.
Congratulations, Leo.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
Back when I needed a new truck, I didn't have time to shop around for a loan. I got one from the dealer, higher payments and all. Then I realized I have bigger plans for my money. So I refinanced my truck with DCU, which helped me lower my rate and my payments. Now, I have more cash in my pocket for more of what matters. What will DCU mean to you?
Now, Laura, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how would you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit, like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Defensive Football Player of the Year is
Will Oler was named the DCL Large Most Valuable Player. In his team's final game of the Fall 2 season, Oler compiled 4 sacks and picked up a fumble recovery for a touchdown in a dominating win to help the Warriors finish with a perfect 6-0 record. The 2-time first-team league All-Star will play football at Bucknell College.
Congratulations to all the honorees and winners of the High School Sports Award.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
so more on my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the third MVP trophy of his illustrious career.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. You know, one of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with the Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with the fumble-rooski. So what do you say we get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron? Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Offensive Football Player of the Year is Carter Scudo of Milford High School.
There's no denying this senior's athletic ability, as Carter Scudo was Milford's go-to guy this fall 2 season. Scudo had 1,000 yards of rushing and receiving combined for the Scarlet Hawks as a wide receiver. On defense, he would lock down opposing teams' wide receivers at cornerback. A Hockomock League All-Star, Scudo, who also plays baseball at Milford High, will play football at Division I UMass Amherst this fall.
Congrats, Carter.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. Here to help us award these masters of the mat is freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease, but adults in the US can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Що може дати вам більше преимущество в конкуренції не думаєте. Here are your honorees for the Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Wrestler of the Year is Benny Herrera of Ashland High School.
This Ashland High senior proves you can't judge a book by a cover. At 5'4" and 120 pounds, Herrera doesn't come across as physically imposing, but when he steps out on the wrestling mat, Benny Herrera holds all the authority. He had over 100 career wins heading into his senior season, along with 3 sectional championships, 1 state championship, and was named an All-American. This spring season, Herrera started out a perfect 6 for 6 with 6 pins. Herrera will wrestle at Division I's Sacred Heart University.
Congratulations, Benny.
A lot of today's sports come from purely recreational origins, not lacrosse. Created by Native American tribes, what we call lacrosse was used to train warriors and even had some religious significance. Today, its popularity is absolutely exploding, thanks in no small part to our next presenter, lacrosse legend, Paul Rabel.
Paul Rabel, the lacrosse superstar and legend, has 7 championship titles through his college, professional, and international career. The 3-time MVP co-founded the Premier Lacrosse League, changing the game of pro play for the fastest growing team sport in North America.
What's up, all you lacrosse players out there? I'm Paul Rabel, and I've seen a bunch of your highlights and was blown away. You guys totally do your talking on the field, which is where you want a lacrosse player to do their talking, which got me thinking, why am I talking here instead of giving awards to you guys over there? So let's do this. Here are your honorees for the Female Lacrosse Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Female Lacrosse Player of the Year is Maya Desmond of Wellesley High School.
Maya Desmond proved she's the area's top two-way threat, the senior captain for a Wellesley High School team that was undefeated through its first 12 games. Desmond could score in bunches, but was equally adept as a passer and defender via her midfield position. Desmond will continue her career at Dartmouth College next year.
Congratulations, Maya. And now, for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Lacrosse Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Lacrosse Player of the Year is Matt Lazard of Franklin High School.
Franklin High has been a hotbed for boys lacrosse players over the last few years, but possibly the most complete lax player coming out of this school is this senior captain, Matt Lazaro. This spring, the 2019 Consensus All-American already compiled 34 goals and 32 assists through just 9 regular season games. Lazaro will next play college lacrosse at Penn State.
Congratulations, Matt.
History didn't record the first person to strap 2 planks of wood to their feet and barrel down a snow-covered mountain, but whoever it was, we should thank them. Because without that brave, pioneering daredevil, you and I would not have been able to enjoy the amazing career of Lindsey Vonn.
Lindsey Vonn has been a force on the U.S. ski team for 19 seasons. She's one of only 2 female skiers to win 4 World Cup overall championships and has captured a record 8 World Cup season titles in the downhill, as well as Olympic gold. She claims the second highest super ranking of all time for skiers, men or women.
Hey guys, Lindsey Vonn here. Want to take a moment to give a tip of the tooth to all you high school skiers out there, because let's face it, all the other things sports are experiencing for the first time during the pandemic, we've kind of been dealing with like forever. Face coverings during competition, not new to us. Neither is busting our butts and putting it all on the line with no classmates there to see us. Only one skier on the course at a time, so social distancing, check. Throw in freezing temperatures, dodgy conditions, and reaching speeds that you'd be pulled over by on the highway, and you have the essence of our beloved sport. So take a moment to revel in your badassness, because Lord knows you've earned it. Here are your honorees for Skier of the Year. And your finalists are And the MetroWest Skier of the Year is Sophia Skirica of Wellesley High School.
Sophia Skirica didn't suffer a sophomore slump. In fact, she finished the season undefeated, winning every single Mass Bay East League race. As a result, she was named to the United States Ski and Snowboard National Elite Group and the Massachusetts Eastern High School team. She finished second at the Massachusetts Championship and was named to the Eastern Regional Championship team.
Congratulations, Sophia.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about. It's one of the main reasons why we started ABC Food Tours, to share experiences, become mentors, and help kids in our communities.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things we do. Get back to the kids, have fun with them, learn from them, teach them a little bit. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's been super rewarding. You know, it's a lot of the lessons that I thought that I'd be teaching these kids is what I've learned
from them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so mentoring, you learn a lot by giving, but you also learn a lot by receiving.
Exactly.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, I don't know if I would be where I am. So I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-round player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. All things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents, going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me in my rehab. You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the communities. And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
It was the little red door that did it. Something about it just said home. Not one door among a dozen like at my old apartment, but my own door. A door that leads to a yard where my dog can play, and a mailbox that says my name. For the very first time in my life, my mortgage from DCU means a place to call my own. What will DCU mean to you?
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there's that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players, even a league of their own. is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Softball Player of the Year is Bianca Fitch of Hopedale Junior Senior High School.
Not only is this Hopedale High senior a standout volleyball player, she's playing that sport at Stonehill College. But Bianca Fitch is also a standout in softball. Fitch can pitch. This right-handed hurler turned in her first ever no-hitter this spring and finished the regular season with a perfect 11-0 record. Fitch was instrumental in her softball team going undefeated in the regular season and winning a Dual Valley Conference title.
Congratulations, Bianca.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hardworking baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeath runner scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after big locks. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Baseball Player of the Year is Kyle McCausland of Wellesley High School.
A dual threat for the Raiders, Kyle McCausland has proven he can do it all from both the plate and the mound this season. The Wellesley High senior captain led the Raiders to a 13-1 regular season record and will play baseball at Middlebury College.
Congratulations, Kyle.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school.
have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Female Basketball Player of the Year is Abby Miller of Mills High School.
As poised as they come, Abby Miller was named Tri-Valley League's Small MVP this season. The senior point guard averaged over 15 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals per game to finish with nearly 900 career points. A 3-time TVL and 2-time Daily News All-Star, Miller plays AAU basketball for the Mass Mavericks. She will play Division I basketball at Babson College, where her father, Matt, played in the 90s.
Congratulations, Abby. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the MetroWest Male Basketball Player of the Year is Ryan Mila of Natick High School.
Ryan Mila was sensational this season for the Redhawks. The sophomore was a double-double machine and averaged 19 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game, en route to being named a Bay State Conference All-Star. In a season-ending win over Weston, Mila dunked 3 times. This 6'5" sophomore, who eats, sleeps, and breathes basketball, also plays AAU hoops for the Bay State Jaguars. Mila plans on playing basketball in college.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, "Courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow."
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship, and through their strength and tenacity, were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
The Courage Award, presented by DCU Digital Federal Credit Union.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the MetroWest Courage Award is Kevin Bailowitz of Holliston High School.
After a year of COVID-19, half-empty stands, and injuries, Kevin Bailowitz still has a lot to be thankful for. Because after all, he's still standing.
Well, I can remember exactly when I got the news. I was in my office at school, and his dad texted me saying that they were wheeling him in for emergency surgery, hoping to save his leg.
We had no idea.
I just thought he rolled his ankle. You know, he got hurt early in the game in the second quarter. He went down, but he shook it off and still ran hard, so I didn't really think too much of it.
The competitive instinct was already in motion. The starting QB tried his best to play through the pain, but it wasn't until days later they realized how significant the injury was. Compartment syndrome.
The pain that he was in, he was literally saying, just cut my leg off.
In the calf, it just felt like it was just swelling up to the point where it was going to explode. A couple days later is when the muscle started to die, and that's when compartment syndrome developed. So in the peak of the dying of the muscle and compartment syndrome, it was a 10 out of 10. It was just the worst pain I've ever felt.
The day he was actually diagnosed, they rushed him up to the operating room for emergency surgery. When he went in, we were unaware if he was coming out of it with the bottom half of his leg or not.
The surgery was a success, but his football season was over. The next game and the rest of the year was for number 8.
As soon as we found out, we just knew we were going to play that game for Kevin. In my head, I would just do it for Kevin. Do it for Kevin. You're doing this for Kevin. When I would be in my most tired states, and I would just keep pushing through, as would everyone. We ended up winning 27-0. It was a lot of fun. You know, and then we came here after and gave the game ball to Kev.
What's up, boys?
The boys want it for you.
Thank you.
How'd it go, all right?
It was the best feeling in the world. I'm just gonna miss it so much. They make like working out at 5 in the morning in sandpits just a blast.
He's been pretty positive. I have to say it's been a rough 2 years for him with tearing his ACL his junior year in high school, missing a lot of sports then, to this.
But he went out on top. Just weeks before graduation, the 4-sport athlete wasn't just standing, he was running. He earned a single with this at bat.
You know, Kev, you amaze me every day. You're the most incredible person. You know, at times we wonder why these things have happened to you, and you question your physical toughness, but you know, these things have happened to you because you're so tough. You've put yourself in that position. You push your body to the limit. Your commitment to your team and the sport is just, it's gonna serve you well in the long run.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Hey high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around, I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my 4th grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 3 national championships. he's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know, it doesn't matter what sport you play, there really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. And the MetroWest Team of the Year is Holliston Girls Soccer Team.
The past 2 seasons could not have played out much better for the Holliston High girls soccer team. In 2019, the Panthers went 19-0-3 to claim a Division II state championship. A year later, the Panthers were just happy to be playing amid ongoing coronavirus concerns. Behind the stellar play of 2 senior Division I commits, the Panthers went unbeaten with a 7-0-3 record in a shortened season without playoffs. While they couldn't defend their state title this past fall, there's no doubt these Panthers were up to the task, extending the program's unbeaten streak to 32 games.
Congratulations, ladies. Very impressive season. Now for the Coach of the Year. And the finalists are in the MetroWest, Coach of the Year is Dan Haddad of Bellingham High School.
The Bellingham High football program was in a rut, dating all the way back to 2007, its last winning season. In 2015, Dan Haddad hopped on as the new Bellingham head coach and saw his football program slowly progress over time as his teams racked up 18 wins in 5 seasons. In 2021, even with a season delayed a few months due to COVID-19 concerns, the Blackhawks dug out of their rut and made the most of their wait. Bellingham bullied its opponents to the tune of a 151-point differential and a 5-0 record for the program's first winning season in 14 years. The Bellingham offense nearly averaged 40 points per game en route to a Tri-Valley League small title. It marked the first championship for Bellingham in 20 years. The Blackhawks are back on the map.
Congratulations, Coach. Excellent job.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Lauren Beach, a senior from Medway High School. Carmen Luisi, a freshman from Holliston High School. Karen O'Connell, a senior from Algonquin Regional High School.
And the MetroWest Female Athlete of the Year is Karen O'Connell of Algonquin Regional High School.
This senior didn't only play 3 sports, she excelled in each one. A captain for field hockey, ice hockey, and lacrosse, Karen O'Connell found the most success on the ice. But that is not to say she didn't contribute mightily elsewhere. In the fall, O'Connell helped her field hockey team collect a Pod 8 championship when she assisted on a game-winning goal in a thrilling double overtime win over Shrewsbury. In the winter, O'Connell became the all-time leading scorer for the Algonquin girls hockey program with 97 goals. In a shortened 12-game season, she scored 18 times and added 5 assists. A member of National Honor Society, O'Connell will play ice hockey at Division I Sacred Heart University, where she plans to study business.
Congratulations, Karen.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'll say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw the Jesus some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Alex Lucini, a senior from Hopedale Junior Senior High School. Billy Rooney, a senior from Dover Sherborne High School. Ronnie Seamus, a senior from Hopkinton High School.
And the MetroWest Male Athlete of the Year is Alex Lucini.
The word tireless means having or showing great effort or energy according to Oxford Languages. Couple that with raw athleticism and you have a recipe for success in sports. It's a recipe Alex Lucini honed over the last few years and delivered upon this past school year. The Hopedale High senior proved to be a powerful presence in the paint for the defending Division IV Co-State champs for basketball. Lucini averaged over 15 points and 8 rebounds a game for the Blue Raiders and was named a Daily News All-Star for hoops this past winter. The 6'3" Lucini then followed that performance up with another standout season, this time on the baseball diamond. The smooth-swinging left-handed hitter helped Hopedale lose just one game and win a league title. If that wasn't enough, Lucini led the team on defense as the Blue Raiders catcher, gunning down opposing base runners at a high clip. Lucini will move on to play Division I baseball at UMass Lowell.
Congratulations, Alex.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations. Yeah. Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be, don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.